Hello folks and welcome back to twitch.tv/games with Nick. Had a bit of a lighter Saturday night. Girlfriend is out on a job, so I decided why not? Let's play some more Sherlock Holmes. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our regularly scheduled Dark Souls playthrough, but I wanna keep playing this game. Our first session of a couple hours left a good impression on me. A better impression that I had from when I finished the game back when it came out on PS5. So, yeah, let's just play some more, explore Cordona a little bit, complete some side activities, some side cases. I think I remember my home on the island. It was located in Grand Serre, somewhere near the bridge and a church on a hill. So that's for the main quest. We're trying to find the location of our old house. But we're in a rush for that, really. Hi. Hello. Okay. We are in a rush. Okay. Something was not loaded. Right, we need to go here. Golden Eel Bar, Scarlet Street in the Old City, west of Sesame Street. And I believe I had put a... Yeah, okay. So let's go. Behind us.
Guests of Cordona, the treasures await you.
This way? Yes.
Collect them all
And then basically straight.
more.
We're doing this partly to unlock some more... Wow, why is it so slow at coming up with things? Partly to unlock some more spots on the map for fast travel and the like. Partly because some of the kids have been legitimately engaging, so... Crossing the bridge. Oh. Okay, so now we go right and then left. We pick up a Moriarty case. And then we head to the bar. Left. A Moriarty case nearby, yeah, somewhere in this plaza.
Mr. Holmes, your brother sent me.
Oh, terrific. Let me guess. A mission of global importance, a nation forever in my debt? Let's get this over with.
I see the Holmes demeanor is genetic. Well then, this island is home to a seemingly innocuous astronomy professor named Jacob Haring. In high society, though, he's rather more infamous. He possesses a collection of scandalous materials that could compromise almost every aristocrat in Britain. And Haring recently got his hands on information that would expose one of our men. He agreed to return it, so long as he was paid a visit by a Holmes.
And Mycroft was too busy watching the crown jewels? Fine. I'll visit Mr. Haring the moment I can spare the time.
Just wait. The man is a loner, but a cunning one. This invitation implies he has something in mind for you, so be careful. And remember, I was never here.
Okay. We'll look into it later on. Face. Gonna be this way then. Must have completely missed Scarlet Street. This is probably the cafe. Yeah, the Golden Eel. Okay. Let's go in.
Wow, things really got out of hand here.
Jeez.
What would you like? On today's menu, we have stomach punching, head kicking, and the chef's special, throat slitting.
Spilled beer led to spilled blood.
Someone must have landed hard on it.
Broken glasses.
The lenses are very thick. The owner of these glasses is very nearsighted. Shards of a broken bottle with blood on them.
That's a big knife.
Sharp enough to gut a fish or a man. An ordinary kitchen knife. That's a lot of blood. The victim was stabbed several times.
There's a spot that we're missing, because we did 5, 3, 2, and 1. Where the fuck's 4? In the back room? I thought of hookah smoking. Oh no, that's 4.
Solid oak. It took quite a blow to break it.
What am I missing? Oh.
An unfinished bottle of rum.
Okay, let's reconstruct what happened. So, Cinder was stabbed to death to find the Golden Eel bar. So the soldier was punched by the traitor, and his glasses broken. The traitor said that the sailor pushed him, and he fell on the soldier. And the worker smashed the bottle on the traitor's head. The beer was spilled here. That happened and the guy fell. The question is ultimately who stabbed the sailor. So the sailor was here. Sailor swung a chair at the trader, but he missed and hit the worker instead. There's the sailor that swung and he hit the worker. At that point, let's reconstruct the events. The trader spilled his beer on the sailor. So then he was pushed around. He fell on the soldier. Smashed the bottle over the trader's head. But if that's the case, the trader would have been knocked out. The soldier then hit the guy. Makes sense so far. So if the trader and the worker are out, it is the soldier that stabbed the sailor. Soldier. I think that's him. Okay.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Well, I guess the swing a chair, that's not, that part is not right. There we
It
go.
all started when the trader accidentally spilled his beer over the sailor. The trader punched the soldier who came crashing down on a table. The worker smashed a bottle over the trader's head, then the sailor knocked the worker out with a chair. The soldier is the real killer. He wanted to knife the trader but killed the sailor due to his poor eyesight.
Alright. Case closed, I think. What do I have to do now? Oh, I guess just go to the police station. Oh, except we can't fast travel from inside here. Easy enough. This is the police station, okay.
May I ask for your assistance?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
We're gonna talk to this guy.
You have 3 people detained on suspicion of murdering a sailor in a bar fight. All evidence indicates that the soldier among them is the true killer. He was the last man standing.
Very well. Soldier or not, he'll get what he deserves. I'll see to it personally. Nice work. Try solving another case. It seemed you have a knack for it.
Alright. Mycroft tasked me with the retrieval of compromising information on one of his men from the local astronomy professor, Jacob Herring, who lives in a large mansion with a fountain near the east end of Bonanza Road in Grand Surrey. Yep. We know that he blacksmail people, so Bonanza Road in Grand Surrey. East End, Bonanza Road. It's a road, Bonanza Road. So it's somewhere around here.
Extra! Suicide claims. Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page.
Checking scenes at a rolling bricks bridge today as a young man leapt to his death in broad daylight. Witnesses report that the man was running as if hell itself was chasing him. With police refusing to discuss the matter, many questions remain. Was he mad or being pursued by something truly terrifying? As officers continue to investigate, we encourage anyone with knowledge of this tragic event to come forward.
You won't regret it.
Find this kooky astronomy professor. I don't think, can we... A large mansion with a fountain. You? Hey! Score. And he's dead.
Boom, Sheriff. I found a corpse. Don't you think it's strange we always end up in situations
John,
like this?
do you know any sort? Seek, and ye shall find.
Oh, I don't know. Partridges, birds of paradise, chickens.
Pheasant feathers.
Okay,
They're
I
rare
might just be
here.
hungry.
Pheasant. Judging by his expression, a painful and unexpected death. His hand is clinging to his chest, but he has no stab or gunshot wounds. Pattern 1796 light cavalry saber. It looks like he died of natural causes, but something doesn't add up. The clock's hands aren't moving. So, the victim is Professor Jacob Herring himself. That's no great surprise.
You expected as much.
London Fencing Club, 1876. A map.
Daily schedule. 6 a.m. wake up, 6:05 morning constitutional, 6:45 a.m. morning ablutions, 7 breakfast, 8 walk on the quay, 9 collect mail from the post office, 10 work on a science article, 12:30 p.m. the serious bee lunch and tea, 2 p.m. answering letters, 3:30 check my precious collection, 4 repair the clock, 5 evening repas, 6 exercise, 7 walk along the quay, 8 reading, 9 prepare to sleep. So he clearly died before 4 p.m. Unless repair the clock is something he did every day.
Stamped with Mr. Herring's personal seal.
What else? What else? Oh. Medical report for fencing competition. Name Jacob Herring. Sex male, age 52. To whom it may concern, patient Jacob Herring has completed his physical and is in perfect health to participate in a fencing competition at the London Fencing Club. Kind regards, Dr. Wagner Bush, April 2nd, 1880.
Completely healthy and ready to take part in the fencing competition.
Not anymore, he isn't. Are we limited to this room? We are apparently limited to this room. Oh.
This was opened carefully. A safe behind a painting. Classic. One presumes that empty safes are not some hip new trend. If you had an enormous collection of blackmail material, where would you keep it?
Oh, nice try, Sherry. But I ain't telling you no.
Old, but still deadly. 2 sabers used to be mounted here.
Oh, okay. Reconstruction time. That's gonna be the intruder, right? They must have... There was only one saber taken down, so they can't both have fought. I think that's what happened. That's clearly not how it happened, so he must have gone in to check his blackmail material. Oh, because that is probably where he keeps the key, isn't it? Well, the clock doesn't stay open for no reason. Oh, let's try this.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Is it that they both fought?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oh, it's because this guy should have no hat, I guess.
You're not even
No.
trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The hat didn't break on its own. That must have happened. Could it be the professor himself who did it? I don't...
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even
I
trying.
mean, you need to give me something, man. You need to give me something. I'm sorry that John is getting frustrated. But... it makes sense for this to be Moriarty.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Clock is not working.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Like, I don't think this is... oh.
Mr. Herring was not one to deviate from his plans, and yet, on this day, he only managed to answer his mail and never did get to repair the clock. The visitor knew his schedule. They entered the house between 3:30 and 4 p.m. That's exactly when Herring would be checking his blackmail collection. When Jacob saw the intruder, his fencing reflexes kicked in. He lunged left to the sabers, wrenched one off the wall, and attacked the visitor. But in the middle of the assault, Mr. Herring is struck by a heart attack, and the professor only manages to cut off the hat of the intruder. The visitor stole Herring's entire blackmail collection and wrote a message on the blackboard.
Before we go chasing the intruder, should we try to confirm the cause of the professor's death? I'd hate for him to be a red herring.
We do that by how? The professor said it was rather unusual. He has no visible wounds, yet his recent medical examination suggests he was totally healthy, so it seems unlikely death was from natural causes. We need to search his house for more clues, perhaps the truth will reveal itself. Okay. Sure, you kinda need to let me through the rest of this house, though. What?
Another day, another death.
Old,
Do you
but
think
still
we're just
deadly.
lucky?
2 sabers used to be mounted here.
Oh.
Half empty, or for John, half full. A strong, rotten smell. Uncharacteristic for tea. Totally empty. Even John couldn't argue with that.
Alright. Time to do some analysis. We need to get to 3 and to minus 3 red and minus 3 green. If I do minus 5 and plus 2, minus 2 minus 3. If I add 2 minus 2, and 3, we're off by now by negative 2, which means we need to compensate it with this. Gives us a 4. So the key is getting that -3 green. I can do -3 by doing -7 plus 4. So let me, how do I reset? I can do -7 plus 4. But we're accumulating too much blue. Three, 1. -2, 3. See, here's the part. Okay, so there can't be any blue, right? So the only thing I can actually combine to cancel out the blue are these two. So if I do that, I find myself with 4 green, which means I need to subtract 7 green total. And I need to add 1 more red. And I just have to add. How do I... -2 and 2. 3 and 1. Two -2. 4, 2. I also only have 3 sums, so the best I can do is combining 4 things. The only operation I have is adding. I only have 1 of each of these. There can't be any blue. So if I want to include... any blues, it can only be these 2. I also only have a -5. I cannot link things together. It's gonna be... I guess I can... No. I am baffled by this one, I have to be honest. Reset. I don't want to skip it, I want to solve it, but... Okay. So this is as negative as I can get with the greens. -5 and -2. Am I an absolute moron? Why am I such a complete moron? Why did I not consider this obvious solution? -5 and 2 make -3. Chemical analysis showed a trace of digitalis inside the teapot. It is a plant often used in medicine to cure heart diseases, but at the wrong dosage and when combined with physiological stress, it can cause a heart attack.
Digitalis is usually used to cure heart disease, but every drug is a poison if you get the dosage wrong. Or right, if that's your goal.
Alright. The little bird sang to me on the blackboard. That's some. It says that I'm supposed to go and research in the archives. Which archives, though? Let me try the paper first. Little bird sang to me, stylish hat.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or nosebagger spurns local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep
She has a bit of
writing
the
about
dead
your
eyes.
exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor.
Something about the
builds
graphics
bridges.
don't look
Now that's
just
character
right.
development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
Okay, so where's the actual archive? Here. People. A little bird sang to me. Let me try the archives at City Hall.
Treasure maps from the governor.
I just don't know how to parse the
Are you lost, sir?
little
Most of all, I'm
bird
right where I
part
need to
of what
be.
he's saying.
I'm Sherlock Holmes, by the way.
Ursula Oni, the Chief Archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct, and now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course, but in return, perhaps dinner?
That's a high price to pay for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
That was a weird way to tease me. Okay. Whatever. That's the British envoy. Chief Archivist. Deputy Chief Archivist. Actually, Archive. Okay, there we go. Was an intruder in Professor Herring's house. He broke in, wrote "A little bird sang to me" on the blackboard. He wears a stylish hat with a red ribbon and pheasant feathers. I don't think this is the right archive for it. Let me try the Chronicle again. Where's the Chronicle? There. Wasn't this? Yes. I'm kind of at a loss here, so I'm kind of just, John's not pleased. Maybe the police station? Okay, I'm done. Let's just look this up because I'm very confused. The Clockwork extortion. It's supposed to be property crimes. Rents array. Yeah, no, this doesn't... Oh, maybe that's why. Where is it? Here. Report on the Robbins Gang, 1878. A woman reported a loud noise and screams in Grand Saray. When the police arrived at the place, they were instantly ambushed and a shootout began. There were no casualties on either side, but most of the suspects managed to escape. The officers succeeded in arresting only 2 gang members, Sid Peretti and Harry Trulani, who are sons of local noblemen. During the interrogation, Peretti and Trulani confessed that they are associated with the Robbins Gang. Robbins are rumored to engage in blackmail, robbery, and illegal bookmaking, but have remained elusive for a long time. The gang members tend to distinguish themselves by wearing bright red waistcoats and hats with red ribbons and bird feathers. They often emblazon their crime scenes with a reference to little birds singing, presumably to deter would-be informants from betraying them. The leader calls himself Lucky Joe, but his true identity remains unconfirmed. The detained gang members are revealed the location of their hideouts in Grand Saray, west of intersection of Vernay Street and LeBlanc Road. How was I supposed to do this? Like, I don't...
Seems like we have fun neighbors, eh, Sherry?
We should introduce ourselves.
I don't understand how I was supposed to make that logical jump. It's Grand Saray, west of Vernay Street and LeBlanc Road. Vernay Street, LeBlanc Road. Vernay Street. What's the fastest way to get there? You know, probably on foot. Yeah, just go straight down. And then turn red when we get to the Chronicle and left immediately again. This plaza is the intersection. So I'm gonna guess... Oh, we found it. Yep, it's this thing. Is that how... Oh, here? Yes.
He doesn't have an invitation to the club. Get him, boys! I'm coming for you.
Forgot for a second how this thing worked.
Moving. You've lost. Don't cry, you'll live.
I'm coming. We can overcome the brute now.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
No. That works.
Don't bother moving.
You've... Give him the pepper snuff. He's all yours now. Go for it.
Oh.
Don't... The snuff's ready. Time to knock this guy out.
Take a rest, my...
Give him the pepper snuff. We can overcome the brute now.
Okay.
No more crime for you, and
The snuff's ready.
Might as well use the snuff.
take a rest, my friend.
Boy, how many of these guys are there?
Time to knock this guy out.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Alright.
Alright, fella. I give up. Take me into custody. You have nothing on me anyway. So I'll walk out the station right after you do.
Okay, cool. What do we get? Durban's had out of magistrate arrest their leader, Lucky Joe. Brought him to the police station and I could speak with him in the interrogation room.
Excellent job catching this crook, sir. His name is Lucky Joe, and as it happens, someone with influence was after him too. You did them a favour.
I just solved the mystery, officer. If a criminal appears in my path, it merely affirms my deductions are sound.
Either way, you'll be pleased to know that an anonymous tip has fingered Lucky Joe as being involved in the murder of a famous professor. We have photographs and witness statements. Not so Lucky Joe is headed straight to the gallows. Someone served him to us on a silver platter.
Sounds like somebody framed him.
Well, as a vital ally in the arrest of a wanted murderer, you couldn't possibly object to me interviewing him.
Well, vital. Yes, no, of course. Go ahead.
That was just a phonograph.
You, haven't you made my day bad enough? Get out!
The police received an anonymous tip. Someone saw you entering Professor Jacob Haring's house. They have photos. You're in trouble.
I didn't even touch the old fool. This whole business was a setup from the beginning.
You broke into the house at the exact time Jacob Haring had his safe open and his collection of blackmail materials out. Perfect timing to steal the lot.
Ah, that's circumstantial at best.
Alas, the professor turned out to be less feeble than you expected. He pulled a saber from the wall and nearly took your head off. But lo, the vigor evaporated, and all at once he fell to the floor, grasping his chest as if his heart itself had given up.
That's exactly what happened. And that's why I'll be out of this reeking cell by morning, once the coroner has done his business.
Unlikely. You claim somebody set you up. If so, they will ensure that you're hanged. We both want to know who is truly behind this, so tell me the whole story. It may yet save your life.
Oh, blast. All right. What do you want to know?
Haring's blackmail collection was hardly public knowledge. It stands to reason that whoever informed you of his existence must be who set you up.
Yes, obviously. But I've never seen his face, nor do I know his name. I received a note at El Palazzo de Lusso that gave me the address of Jacob Herring. It was signed with one letter, M.
I cannot believe such an established gang leader would personally engage in burglary simply because he received a letter.
It was not just a letter. I received something else with the note. A file. On me. And a bloody detailed one at that. I'm not sure if it was from Herring's own collection, but it contained things that could bury me and the entire damn Robbins. I burned the file in a heartbeat, but the note warned of others like it in Herring's safe. I needed to retrieve them and got lucky.
Lucky? Why?
The note said that by being there at a very precise time, I'd find that safe opened. And it was right.
So you broke into Professor Herring's study and stole the blackmail materials. What did you do with them?
Do you like jokes?
My humour tends toward the dry and bitter.
Then you will love this one. As I fled Herring's place with the documents, a pickpocket snatched the folder from me on the street. I was played from the beginning, beaten at my own game. They made a joke of me and the Robbins, and now I await the gallows. Ha! Ha ha ha!
Oh, you're right, it was a good joke. But now things begin to make sense.
I mean, I guess he's a criminal, but he's not responsible for this one, so I guess I'll prove his innocence.
Fear not, Joe. I will prove you didn't kill Professor Herring.
What? Then you better do it fast.
Per his schedule, Professor Herring had tea with a guest not long before you arrived. The tea in Herring's teapot was dosed with digitalis. A large dose of such a drug, coupled with physical exertion, can cause cardiac arrest.
So if the old man hadn't attacked me...
He may have lived, yes. But it wasn't you who killed him. The real murderer is the one that poisoned the professor and set you up. I'll make sure the police know it.
Yeah, you may save my bacon.
Oh, I wouldn't sing a victory song just yet. I believe they're preparing for a conversation with you on many subjects, like the Robbins.
I can handle those fools. I thought you were the copper's pet. But you have character those bloodthirsty mongrels lack. I respect that.
Make no mistake, Joe, we are not friends. Should we meet again under different circumstances, well, you know my character.
Alright. New case. M for mystery. Note from M. S. Find me in room 227. Who is M? This has become rather interesting. Lucky Joe is locked up, but the blackmail materials have been stolen by someone else. I can retrieve them for the United Kingdom intelligence. I've got Joe's letter from an M, who seems to be behind the theft of Herring's document. Lucky Joe said he was contacted by M at the Il Palazzo del Lusso Hotel. How do I get out of here? This way? Nope. Where's the exit?
This area is restricted.
Nope. This way. Alright. Oh, we're here. Okay. Gotcha. I kinda wanna keep following this Moriarty. I don't even know what to call it. Direction, maybe?
Robin's finally put in cage.
I'll buy the newspaper.
Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Somewhat unclear how I get to the hotel. Maybe up this way? How do I get to the hotel?
Oh, is that you, Mr. Holmes? Please, Come in. Now that the police have finished their investigation, Il Palazzo del Lusso has finally reopened.
That's a very annoying way of getting back in, but... Room 227.
How can I help you, sir?
Good day. I'm looking for room 227. An acquaintance of mine has invited me to visit him.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, what a delight to see you again. Professor Malice told me he was expecting someone, but I didn't know it would be you. 227 is upstairs and to the left. He said you should spare him the trouble and let yourself in. Here's the key. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to see you.
Professor Malice. Yes. Yes, of course. Well, I'd best not keep him waiting, thank you.
Sherry, this feels awfully like someone has set a mousetrap and we're walking right into it.
I have
Really,
it under
Sherry?
control, John.
I don't like this. Please.
See? Neither a trapdoor nor a self-firing gun.
Dear Mr. Holmes, I must apologize for not being there to greet you. I waited for quite some time, but perhaps I overestimated your abilities. Alas, I have urgent matters to attend to overseas and can delay my departure no longer. As such, I'm afraid I simply do not have the time to pack up all my things. Perhaps you can take a good look around for me and see if there's anything of note. I'd be in your debt, and I'm already thinking about how to repay you. Must run, M.
What did it say, Sherry?
That I failed, John. Nelson's monument in Trafalgar Square, London. I am watching you.
The hairs on my neck just stood up.
Extensive handwritten notes on Sirius B. It appears M was studying up. A dossier on General Garnet Wolseley, but now empty. A dossier. I recognize this seal from Jacob Haring's mail. He left behind only what he wanted us to find. Infuriating. A family photo of the man who jumped off the bridge. Pity. Everybody has pressure points. What would happen if I pushed yours?
Wellington family dossier. Digna Wellington was a wealthy nobleman who arrived in Cordona at the very beginning of the silver rush of 1818. He funneled all of his money into mining and earned himself a fortune in return. Daniel had 4 sons, all infamous for their spoiled behavior and ability to pay their way out of any crime, including bludgeoning a man near to death and setting a barn on fire. Daniel Wellington died in 1859 at the age of 67, and his inheritance passed to his eldest son, Tom. Tom Wellington was not nearly as smart at business as his father. Every new financial investment failed, but with the mining business still profitable, the families were insulated, until in 1862 the mines were exhausted. Some say the Wellington family went into bankruptcy in 1866, but a true collapse happened earlier, in 1863, when Tom Wellington committed suicide. His wife and 7-year-old son Reginald were left with the debt, and his unsympathetic brothers offered no respite. The miners demanded payment, vandalizing the Wellington's mansion and threatening worse. The family sold their estate to pay up the debt and then disappeared, but even now the family has a lot of enemies on the island.
How many more dossiers like this does M possess? Misused, then discarded. Like everyone in his path. These people were not colleagues or co-conspirators, they were just implements M used to get what he wanted. A clean champagne flute. The champagne bottle is uncorked, yet still chilled and bubbly. The gall of this man.
Someone's celebrating a victory, and I'm not sure it's us.
The first move has been made. Anglo-Egyptian war looms. M is celebrating and wants us to know it. Mycroft's agent. So M did orchestrate her accident with unimaginable precision. Jacob Haring, just a pawn in a complex chess match. A marked map of Cordona. we've visited most of these locations recently. The position of naval forces in the Mediterranean. This M has his sights set on bigger things. All these thefts, exactions, and deaths are the intricately entwined pieces of a greater plan, and we fail to influence it in the slightest.
We're too late, Sherry. M set this all up for us, knowing by the time we found it, he would already have left Cordona.
No, there must be something I've missed. We can still catch him.
There's nothing else here. It's over. You read his letter. He laid out this makeshift museum to taunt you. Don't give him the satisfaction.
I will not cede defeat. I will treat this threat with the seriousness it deserves, which is to say, my absolute attention.
Then you were giving him the win, Sherlock. Have you considered you might be out of your depth? He was sitting here in this very room, spinning his web around Cordona and beyond, manipulating and murdering people, using the Mediterranean as his playground like some sodding Napoleon of crime.
Are you trying to suggest?
I am not suggesting. I am stating outright that he is toying with you and you are too arrogant to avoid the bait. Sherlock, we stumbled into the lion's den. Now we must slow down, be smart, and make sure we get to walk out alive.
So what do you suggest?
I know you want to catch him on your own, but it's time to face the facts. You lost. The smartest thing we can do now is lick our wounds and tell Mycroft everything.
Mycroft? Now you are being hysterical.
Look around you, Sherry. He's stealing secrets from the Crown, toying with navies, fomenting war. You cannot catch him alone. We will need all your brother's connections to stop this madman before he does worse.
I'll tell Mycroft.
Perhaps you're right. He could be anywhere in Europe, and the only practical way to find him is with Mycroft's eyes and ears. I shall endeavour to tell my brother the whole story as soon as I can stomach another humiliation.
Good. Thank you. And it is not humiliation, it is humility. For now, we need to put this wretched affair behind us. M has gone. Best to focus on the reason we came to Cordona in the first place.
You're right. I'm glad you were here.
I'm always looking out for you, brother.
Thank you, John. Now, shall we?
All right. That was a fun set of small investigations involving Moriarty. But it's time to move on. Get back to the main quest. At least finish the next little chapter of it before we call it a night. Go back this way. So we've ascertained that we believe our house, it oversees a bridge. It should probably be this one. Oh, find a fast travel point. Oh, it's on top of the bridge, yeah, that's why I can't. I'll go this way. Trying to keep an eye out on, there's a church right here. Kirshner Hill, that's gotta be it. Try not to die. That would be nice. Oh, that looks like it.
Hey, Sherry, there's post here.
My brother Mycroft's letter. Sherlock, I hope this letter does not reach you, for it would mean you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreading one step is at best childish indulgence and at worst pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you are better off for not witnessing it despite all your protestations. One presumes by now you have visited a moderate spell in a resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetuous impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It is time to turn your back on what was and help shape what could be. The nation needs you, Mycroft.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
Why does this barn give me such an unpleasant feeling?
Oh, I know. It's because Mycroft used an axe to shoo you out of here. It scarred you for life, but I enjoyed it.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest. An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, very precious.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
Oh, there it is.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu.
Auction notification. We have been instructed that a public auction will take place on the 20th of July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of property owned by the Holmes family and have been evaluated by experts. Their authenticity is confirmed.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Okay. Okay. What else can we explore here? There's an umbrella.
Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Oh, I need to... Oh, I need to go back here and pick this one, otherwise the prompt is not going to appear. There we go.
There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
That must have been a bug. Okay. We brought all the baggage with us. Mycroft was dealing with it. I tried to help my mother. And there was someone's hat, which it was not Mycroft's. I need to update this to Make this guy Mycroft. Not me. Okay, there we go. We should be good.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
Huh. Arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to her room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Val had tuberculosis. Shirley just realized that he never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you alright?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Of the memories.
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past. I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. One of John's first pictures. I think this was supposed to be Mycroft. He really has improved his skills since then. This brings back memories. We used this old diary to keep track of our adventures. I think it was my father's. John, do you think we can visit some of the places mentioned in the diary for old time's sake?
Why not? Nothing like a stroll down memory lane. Note down the places you'd like to visit, and I'll add what I remember of them.
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. Interesting. What's that over there? This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people? Nah, doesn't fit here.
Perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home.
The pipe of Seager home. A small straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father, Seager Holmes. We had to hide it from Violet, as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surface is worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was just a John challenge. Okay. What else?
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes, we visited him several times while living here. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
On the pipe. Mycroft lied. Mycroft said the truth about the death of our mother, and lied when he told me that she died of tuberculosis. While there are no records about my mother's death, with a family friend in Cordona, he may know something. So there are no records about my mother's death, but I do recall an old family friend we had here in Cordona, an eccentric man named Theodore Gilden. He was missing the little finger on his right hand, and he still lives here and may be able to shed some light on our passing. He used to live in one of the neighboring houses near the Greek Bridge, and he has a gas balloon in his yard.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Near the Greek Bridge, so it should be right next to us. Get a gas or a balloon in the yard. That can't be that hard to find, right? These don't seem the kind of places where there are gas or balloons. But it's probably this place. We are way too far to call these neighboring houses. That's our house. Oh, there it is. Why would you keep a gas balloon in your garden just cuz? Ooh, oh boy.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
I visited the house of an old family friend and discovered evidence of recent mayhem. The gate was broken from the inside. And I think this is a good spot to call it for tonight. I'm getting a little tired. It's been an hour and a half. But we'll continue this probably sometime next week. This is Sherlock Holmes are my bonus streams, so I kind of stream them whenever I feel like it and have some time. Which I'm not sure how much time I'll have over the next couple of weeks, but I'll try. You can find me at twitch.tv/GamesWithNick. Again, make sure to follow and hit the bell so you know when I go live with these streams. Otherwise, I'm streaming regularly on Sunday morning and Monday and Wednesday afternoons, Eastern Time. I've started doing a different thing where I stream one game for a couple of weeks in a row. So throughout all the slots, all the regular slots, I will be streaming Dark Souls Remastered for a couple of weeks. And then I'll switch to something else, probably Final Fantasy X, maybe taking a week or 2 week long break to play a point-and-click adventure in between. But if that sounds good, please come and follow me and hit the bell and so you're notified when I go live. Otherwise, make sure to also check out youtube.com/GamesWithNick. Some exclusive content being posted there, mostly playthroughs of old games, earning retro achievements on. So check those out. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.